You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
You got a big bag, let me bang. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game. 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 Show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game right there.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of Elite Fleet. We got a beautiful sunset going down here. Sun's about to drop out of the sky. It's a perfect time for me to cook. And I figure it's been a while since I talked about what the elite man really is and what an elite woman really is and where to find elite women. All right, so I figured I'd do a refresher. I did this video months ago, but I've gained numerous new subscribers since I did this video, so it's time for a refresher. But if you're one of my older subscribers who's seen that video, never fear, there's going to be a lot of new places and venues in this video that was not in that video, so you're still going to be able to learn something. But if you're new here, like a lot of people are, all right, prepare for the gospel because we're really going to hit it hard and teach you something, all right? Now, this video is about where to find elite women, right? Because people always ask me, Alex, where do you find these girls who be cooking you meals from scratch and own their own houses and make all this moolah and be taking you places, and just where do you find these high value elite level women who are still submissive and cooperative? How do you find them? All right, that's the number one question that I get. Number two is the traits of them. So I'm gonna do another video breaking down the traits of them, all right? But in short, for those of you who want to know what an elite or high value woman is, it's a woman who was raised by both of her parents and grew up around or in money. All right, so this is a suburban girl who was raised by both her parents, had both her parents in her life, or had a strong male and female influence in her life, in her household. All right, she came from a married family. She understands marriage. That's the short version. There are more traits that go into it. All right, I'll break down more of the traits in the next video. I will tell you guys about the red flags, okay? I will tell you guys about what to look for, all right? As far as what goes into more of the personality and stuff that shows you that a woman is an elite woman, because just because you're a high value woman doesn't mean you're an elite woman. But in the short version, all right, just so we can get to where to find these types of women, the short version is elite high value women are women who are raised by both their parents, all right, and families of money. They come from money. They come from marriage and money, all right? So with that being said, where do you find the high value elite level women, all right, who are also cooperative and submissive? Let's get straight into it. Let's not waste too much time, all right? So in no particular order, because there's no order to this, I'm just going to be listing off the venues. So there's no way you can skip it. No one venue is really more important than the other. But I'm just going to be listing off all the places where you can find these women, all right? What I'm going to start with is bookstores and coffee shops. I'm putting these two together for a reason, because generally when a woman's at a coffee shop, she usually has a book with her. She doesn't have a book with her, she probably has a laptop with her, okay? So she might be doing her schoolwork, or she might be doing her job work, she might work remotely, or she might just be looking up information, whatever the case may be, all right? Generally the same types of chicks though that dwell in the coffee shops dwell in the bookstores. Bookstores and coffee shops are great places to meet women for multiple reasons, all right? Number one, when women go to bookstores and coffee shops, they're usually by themselves, as opposed to when you catch a woman in almost any other scenario, right? Like a bar or a club or a restaurant or that type of crap. She's always there with her girls. As soon as you come over trying to talk to her, her girl's going to be all up in your face, dancing in the video. You trying to talk to her. Now you got to impress her and her and her and her, all her goddamn friends. Because if just one friend think your ass is ugly, if just one friend think your breath stink, if just one friend think that you corny, if just one friend thinks that you broke, all right, you're not going to get that girl. You're not. Not if she's with her friends. So you have to bag all her friends and work around the jealousy that her friends are going to have that you talk to her instead of them. It's annoying. Can it be done? Yes, but it is annoying. One of the main advantages of the bookstore and the coffee shop is, like I said, women are usually there by themselves, which means they're not putting on a front. You don't have to impress nobody but them, and you're getting them in their truest self because they're just by themselves. All right. Number two, if you're somebody who's socially awkward and you struggle kind of coming up with conversations to talk to women about or sparking up interesting convos, when you meet a woman in a bookstore or a coffee shop, you get a free peek into how her mind works or what type of chick she is, because you get to see what types of books she's buying or reading. All right, so you might, one time I met a girl at a bookstore, she had a whole bunch of investing books. All right, those of you who've been subscribed long enough know that I own a financial consulting business, right? So I started talking to her about investing in different stocks and tax-free investments, all this types of stuff, and that's where the conversation sprung from, right? You might be into the art. For those of you who've been here long enough, you know that I also direct films. So you might see I have an art book. You might spin that into something. Oh, okay, so you like art? I draw. Oh, okay, you like photography? I do photography, I do videography. Yeah, I made a movie, blah, blah, blah. You get a starting point to talk to her about. It don't even gotta be that serious. It could be a fiction. Shorty might have a Harry Potter book. And you might be a big Harry Potter book, like, yeah, Team Slytherin. And she might be like, no, Ravenclaw. And they'll have a whole conversation about that. Same thing at the coffee shop. You can see what she's reading. Or if she's typing in her computer, it's easier to spark up a conversation. So it gives you those two advantages. And generally speaking, people who read not only tend to be smarter, but they also tend to be calmer. They tend to be more inviting. They tend to be more understandable. And they tend to be easier to deal with, all right? So she's also showing you her intelligence level and what type of chick she is by the fact that she's even reading, or she's even in a bookstore, or she's even in a coffee shop just chilling, getting work done or reading, taking time to herself. That's dope, all right? So that's a good spot to meet high-level elite women, all right? High-value women, all right? Another place that's good to meet women, the gym. Now, I know a lot of y'all seen all those gym creep videos and y'all be scared, but I'm going to tell you right now, a gym is a better place to meet women than the damn bar or the goddamn club, where you're going to get you a drunken hot girl. She going to wake up in the morning and forget that she likes you and say that you raped her or whatever the case may be. And next thing you know, you got a damn case and your life is ruined, all for some damn V-Box. Or you're going to get her number and the next day she going to forget what your ass looked like and she going to be like, send me a pic. Or she's just going to block you because she don't know who you is. You got to start from ground zero. Clubs and bars generally aren't a good place to talk to women unless, and I'm going to bring this up later, you're at these specific spots, but I'm going to bring that up later. But the gym's a good spot to talk to women because, one, again, usually high-level, elite, quality women are at the gym. Low-value women generally don't go to the gym because they don't really give a damn about keeping themselves in shape for anyone, let alone themselves. They don't give a damn about doing it for themselves. They don't give a damn about doing it for anyone else. So a woman who cares about her body, probably cares about her life, is probably more structured, probably has it more together by default. Again, just like reading, working out shows you the character of somebody, right? So when you have somebody and you're around someone who's working out a lot of times that shows you a lot of other positive traits. Now, you don't necessarily have to talk to women in the gym. Most of the women, when y'all see me post videos, I'm like, oh, this is my homegirl from the gym, or I'm posting workouts with females. I didn't go up and approach any of those women. These are women who see me and the fellas. We go out, we work hard, we be doing our thing. We got that camaraderie going, we joking, we laughing. And the women kind of navigate to us because women in the gym don't really talk to each other. Dudes who work out probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Women in the gym don't really talk to each other because women tend to be competitive and catty and they shoot each other nasty looks. And sometimes I asked them, like, for example, I asked one girl at the gym one time, like, how come y'all talk to us but y'all don't talk to each other? And sometimes she was just like, well, it seems uninviting. All right, one of them told me she was bisexual and she kind of be liking the girls and she don't want to make them feel like she looking at them like the guys look at them. It's a whole bunch of levels to it, right? But at the end of the day, women are actually more likely to talk to men in the gym than they are to talk to women in the gym. So I wouldn't recommend starting the conversation with the woman at the gym, but a lot of times, like I said, you don't have to. If you go in there and you putting in work on a regular, a lot of the times if they see you, they'll come up to you, ask you, help them pick up some weight, put some weight back, or whatever the case may be, help them stack up or whatever, and then you can basically parlay from there. But the gym is not a bad place to meet women. It's a lot better than the bar and the club, all right? Yoga! Men be sleeping on yoga classes, all right? Not only do you see a lot of fine women in yoga classes, because you will see a lot of fine women in yoga classes, but you're probably going to be one of the only men there, all right? Now, for some reason, a lot of dudes think that doing yoga is gay. There's nothing gay about yoga, all right? Yoga is a spiritual practice, and it actually brings you closer to God, all right? So not only will it help you with your flexibility, but it'll help you center yourself, it'll help you calm yourself, it'll help you balance your cheese out, and it will bring you closer to God. Right? It's a lot of the same stances you use in yoga. You could pray out of those same stances. But again, because of that stigma, you're likely to be the only man there. And it's going to be a whole lot of women there who also probably work out. So they're in shape and they're going to be in some nice clothing. All right? And no one looks at you as a yoga creep. I ain't never seen no yoga creep video. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of women there. You're going to be like the only guy. Yoga, y'all real close to each other. People tend to talk before the class. People tend to talk after the class, all right? And you already have something in common because, again, you're both doing yoga, all right? So the yoga, that's a place where you can meet a lot of elite level, high value women that men sleep on all the time, all right? Parks, that's right. Going to the public park, not no park like a playground park, guys. I'm talking about like the city parks, like the big ass park, like Central Parks in New York and stuff like that. Go into those parks, especially if you have a pet. And this is your gym. If you have a dog, take your dog for a walk in a nice big public park that have like the little trails and the grass and all that stuff. Like I said, this is an example. Central Park. I forget the name of the parks in DC and Baltimore, but whatever. Y'all get my point. The big parks in the city. If you have a dog, take your dog to the park. You're gonna get all the cutty. You're going to get all the girls. They're all going to be running up. Oh, my God, your dog's so cute. They're going to want to pet your dog. They're going to want to know what your dog's name is, what breed the dog is. Don't let you have one of them little-ass, yappy, annoying dogs, or they're going to go crazy. Oh, my God, you got a rat. You got your little spectrum dog. He's shaking. He all half retarded. Like, again, I didn't know those little dogs was on the spectrum, man, until a baby girl told me. But you got your little spectrum retarded dog. He's scared to death of being alive. He can't fight. He can't do nothing. He's just yapping. They love them little things. But even if you got a big-ass dog, they love the big-ass dogs, too, because they're like, I would probably never get this big-ass dog. But you're a masculine man with this big-ass dog. Or you're a man who's secure in your masculinity, so you got this little-ass dog. I'm telling you right now, if you got a dog, you take the dog to the damn park. You're going to get women. I'm telling you that shit, right? I guarantee you guys, someone timestamp for this for me because this is actually one of the biggest gems in the video. If you have a dog, go to the park. I guarantee your ass, if you go to the park with your dog, you're going to get numbers. You are going to get numbers, all right? But going to public parks, big parks, going for walks, all right? If you don't have a dog, just go for a walk, you know, or just chill there, you know, maybe do a little working out there or reading there. You're bound to run into women there, and these women probably already live in your neighborhood and already live in your community. So you could do parlay, you could work from that spot, right? So parks are a place that is majorly slept on where it's easy to reach high-value women. Also, since we just talked about parks and the gym and yoga, you can also spot whether or not a woman is of high value or elite by what she's wearing to these places, all right? If you see like Etiquette or you see Lululemon and stuff like that, that's going to tell you a lot about what she got going on right there too. Because these are expensive clothes to just go around working out and running in. All right. So if you got a keen eye for that type of stuff, you want to pay attention to that too. What she's wearing in these types of places. All right. Now, going back to what I mentioned earlier, if you are going to talk to women at bars and clubs, right? Because I already told y'all about them drunken hot girls. The exception is if you're going to talk to women in high-end bars and clubs. So what I mean by that is a rooftop lounge, right? Or a 5-star restaurant. Or even if you pay to go on a yacht or something like that and just drink on a yacht for a night, you're going to meet a lot of elite level women, high value women in these spaces as well too. All right, because the thing is, like, there's a rooftop lounge that I like to go and chill out just by myself sometimes and just have a drink and unwind and just be with myself, you know, from a long week or whatever. Let me tell you guys something. If you got rail whiskey at that bar, right, or rail tequila, it's going to cost you $40 damn. For a shot of rail liquor or a drink of rail liquor, $40, they're going to put the big-ass ice cube in your cup, and that's it, all right? So needless to say, if you want some appetizers, your appetizer's going to be starting at $40, $50 something and up. If you want food, you're probably paying close to $100. This weeds out low-level, low-quality women. They gonna go to the clubs where they can get in for free, where all the damn Ray Rays and the Chads and Tyrones is at. They ain't hanging at a rooftop lounge. They ain't hanging in 5-star restaurants. They ain't doing that most of the time. Of course, some of them gonna get in, but generally, you're weeding out the bad crowd when you go to rooftop lounges, okay, and you go to 5-star restaurants and stuff like that to just hang out and unwind in. So these are places, and women there I've never been to the rooftop lounge, right? Or a 5-star restaurant and seen a sloppy drunk woman. I've never been the one that really seen people twerking and stuff like that. And it don't got nothing to do with the music that's being played, because even if you go to one where they're playing hip hop, it's still just a higher quality of women. So they might do a cute little whine or something, but the likelihood someone ain't nobody gonna be standing on the table, popping, don't stop, pop that pussy. All that's not gonna be going on. All right? Because they're gonna be dressed a certain way. They're gonna be carrying themselves a certain way, because they also know a certain type of man is there. And another thing I want you guys to know, when you do what I'm telling you to do, women peg you as a different type of guy. When you meet them in bookstores, or you meet them in coffee clubs, rooftop lounges, 5-star restaurants, you meet them at the gym, you meet them in yoga class, you meet them at the park, they don't peg you as an F-boy. Now, that doesn't mean you can't talk yourself into being looked at as an F-boy, but they automatically put you in a higher class. This is what makes them want to, I'm going to cook you a meal from scratch. This is what makes them want to, I'm going to take you somewhere, I'm going to spend some money on you. Right now, your masculinity has to come through, but this gives you a head start, because he's automatically assuming you a certain caliber of man just because you're talking to her in these types of places. You're not just cold calling her on the streets or talking to her at some hole in the wall that her ratchet friend or her trailer park Tracy friend or her leftover low main friend or whatever you want to call it. It's dragged her to. All right? You talking to her at a high-end place. That also says a lot about you too. So keep that in mind when I'm telling y'all about this stuff. Where you meet women and how you meet women plays a lot into how they treat you as well. Again, if you're not a masculine man, you can mess this up. But I'm just talking about the starting point. All right? Again, you meet a woman at a 5-star restaurant, you meet a woman at a rooftop lounge, she's going to give you more respect than if she met you at a hole-in-the-wall place, because she's going to assume you're a higher quality caliber of man. All right? People sleep on this all the time. Met galas and mayor's balls and things like that, where women got to dress up and wear gowns, or even fundraising events, community service events. I'm going to put all these together. Fundraising events, all right? Met galas, mayor's balls, and community service, 4K breast runs, stuff like that, or just community events in general, local concerts, any type of things like that, right? Carnivals, festivals. You're going to meet a lot of high quality women in these places too, especially Met galas and balls and community service events. Your average leftover low main, trailer park Tracy, ratchet Rihanna, and refried beans Rachel, they not going to be doing no damn community service. They not running no goddamn where to raise money for nothing. They're not standing out in the high heat or in the cold to raise money for anyone but themselves, because they're selfish as hell. Alright? They're not going to go to no damn galas because they ain't got no gowns. They're not going to go to no balls because they ain't got no gowns. They also have no one to take them to those places. They also don't frequent or have high enough quality jobs or companies where they will be invited to events like this. So you want to go to events like that. And again, these are places where it tells you about the quality of a woman. If a woman is organizing or participating in a community service event or a gala or a ball, right? Or she's just going to support the local concert or whatever, most of the time these are going to be more chill, more down to earth, more intelligent, more reasonable women that you can work with. 9 out of 10 times, guys, I'm telling y'all what I know. All right? So you want to start looking in places like that. All right, you guys got to start thinking about outside of the box about where you're getting women from, because number one thing when I get my email and dudes ask me where do you find these women who are cooking for you and they're cleaning for you and they're taking you all these places, you know what I'm saying, they're being submissive and cooperative, I ask them where do they go and date women, because they say they can't find it. I said, where do you go and date women? I usually hear low value ass places, or I catcalled her on the street, or at the grocery store or something. I met her in the bar, I met her in the club. It's almost always some low value ass, low vibrational place. You want high vibrational women, you have to frequent high vibrational places. Let it breathe, run it back. You want high vibrational women, you have to frequent high vibrational places. Alright? So these are just some of the places, like I said, I added in some new videos where you can find elite women, high value women, alright? I'm going to do another recap where I explain more about the personality traits of an elite, high-value woman, all right, and what the red flags are, so you could know if a woman's perpetrating an elite or a high-value woman. A little bit more about where to look as far as vetting into their backgrounds and how they were raised and how they act and how they respond and who their friends are and stuff like that to help you find more elite, high-value level women. All right, but this is just where to find them. I'm dropping places to y'all. I ain't never heard no one say some of the places I said in this video. So I just gave y'all some real spiel. Alright? I just gave y'all some real gems. Just sprinkled your mind, y'all like Salt Bay. Either way, I am Alex and I am out. Peace.